Hello and good day. Welcome to the ASA channel where we review some of the goods we have for sale and other goodies as well. Let's dive right into it. Today we'll be having a look at a Zartek product. It is the Zartek ZA-414 multicolor torch. On the box it says that it is meant for railway signaling and other uses. As you can see, it's got a white, a green and a red light built into one torch. It is quite an interesting little product and I would like to just review it and see what it looks like. Let's get started. It comes in a nifty little hard casing box, plastic military type box. If you open it up, it's got sponge on the inside. You have the little transformer, power supply with a little booklet on the other side. And there you go. Let us have a look at what we have here. It is a very interesting looking product. I see right off the start that it has LEDs on the outside, also a center LED. I've tested this device and it seems to be fairly bright enough to use as a torch, everyday torch, and I don't know the other options and how bright the other LEDs are, but certainly has a nice grip, nice feel to it, nice and sturdy aluminium casing, anodized aluminium, and it's got the charger built into the light casing. So yeah, I like that. It means you can easily modify it and make a charger for the car. And then as well, I see it's got a magnet. When I took it out the box, I could immediately feel that it has a fairly strong magnet there. The idea is maybe to mount it against a car door of some sort. Inside, I have noticed that it has a 18650 lithium ion rechargeable battery, which you don't need to take out to recharge, but it is a built-in battery. Let's have a look if we can get focus on that. There you go, 18650 3.7 volt 2200 milliamp battery. Okay, it's good enough. Should, according to what they say, be good enough to power the torch for up to 3 hours, I think is what they mentioned in the booklet. They say that the torch is rated at 200 lumens. If you look at the red LEDs, you'll see that there are a set of red LEDs on the side. It is fairly bright. If I can just show what they look like. And if you switch it to green, it switches off the red one and switches the green one on immediately. So it is interesting that maybe you can use this for signaling. Switches there between the green and the red by just a touch of a button. You don't have to switch it off first. Of course, like all other LED torches, if you press it again, it goes to a flashing mode and then switches off. So you can go to a red or a flashing red or off, or from red to green immediately, and then you can go to torch, which will switch it off. So this is quite interesting. A bright torch, very bright, rated at 200 lumens. If you press it again, it's half the power, and of course you can see the flickering on the camera that I've got, and then goes to an SOS sequence. If I press it again, and then it'll cycle to off again. So if you're in one of the modes of the colors, by pressing any other button, it'll come up immediately as the next mode, and then flashes and then off. All the white light We'll go from bright to dim to a normal flashing one, not SOS. Sorry, I said SOS, but this is just a normal flash, and then it'll switch off. Okay, so that is the torch. It is a nifty little device. It is nice and small. If I took my two hands together, you can see it fits inside my hand. A nice feel to it, not too big. It has some edges here, which is ideal for maybe self-protection. In case of something happening at night, you could also use it maybe as a type of defense tool. There you go. I like it. Very nice. Let's have a look at the charger section of it. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know, I can see that this is rated at the transformer is rated at 4.2 volt, 1000 milliampere hour. That means it will be able to charge the battery full within about 2 hours. Okay, unfortunately it's 4.2 volts, which means you can't just snip it off and make a car charger. You'll have to put in like a regulator of some sort, but that's something we'll be able to organize for you or sell something like that. It has a very small, I would imagine 2.1 millimeter outer diameter type connector that obviously pushes in this little charging hole that they've got. And once again, my pet hate is these little tube and plugs. Right, once we plug it in, there is an indication that the light comes on, that there are mains available, and if you put it in here, it'll come up red. So until the battery is fully charged, it'll stay red and then become green once it is full. Just to see out of interest sake whether you can use the torch while on charge. Yeah, you can use the torch while it is on charge, which means the actual usage for a car charger cable will be very practical in this case. If you have a cord long enough made up for you, that will be a very practical option for you. Okay, now I would like to introduce another test which I will be making standard on all the torches that I test, for the sake of just testing and providing reference to each other's. I do not know if this is the standard or not, but I would suppose that if I use my meter that I have acquired to put it on the lux setting, it would give me a lux output. I have not calibrated this meter. It is a new meter, so I would assume that this is fairly accurate. It is a EM5510 Wacko, and yeah, I'm going to use this to just test the light intensity of the torch, and going forward do this with all the other torches. It has a light sensor built into the top, and of course, as you can see on the display, it says that rating times 10 lux. Okay, so currently the ambient light in here is around about 200 lux that it is measuring at this point. Okay, so I am going to put this meter down and we will be measuring it at a meter distance, shining the torch into the sensor, which will then give us a lumens reading at a meter away. I've measured a meter out on my table, and I am just going to use the hold function to maybe get a maximum reading there. Okay, let's have a look at that. So currently I can see that this is red, round about 1800 times 10, that is 18,000 lumens. Okay, so I will put that in the description below, and we will use this as a yardstick to measure all the other equipment. So there you go, everybody. Thank you for watching. This was my review of the Zartek-414 multicolor torch, or tricolor torch. I'm not sure what the correct term for it is. Multicolor makes me think of something that has one LED in with different colors. This actually is a tricolor torch, which is ideal for maybe signaling, maybe for medical response teams, for traffic response teams to do traffic control. If you're standing one side of a road blocking it off versus the other side, you can signal a vehicle to pass through, or like stop and go situations. This is the perfect tool. They're not very expensive. Please inquire with us and give me your thoughts. Be sure to like and subscribe our videos to get all the updates. And yes, I will read all the comments. I will reply to your comments. Any comment is valid and is valued, and I will get back to you. Thank you for watching, and have a superb day.